ciel bleu vole en silence.
Okay, I was wrong. I stand corrected. These are the things that I used to tell you were awful. They were bad, they were frumpy, they were dated, they were unflattering, they were all the things. And now suddenly, they're cute. They're cute. What happened? Is this an alternate universe? Like, how are these things suddenly cute? Was I wrong? Have trends just changed to the point where ugly is now cute or frumpy is now flattering? Like, what exactly is going on? We're going to unpack a little bit of that in today's video. My name is Netta. If you're new here, I'm a personal stylist. My whole goal is helping women over 40 love their personal style and love their wardrobes and the way that they get dressed every single day. I do that here on YouTube. I do that with my personal styling clients. And of course, I do that through my Ageless Style program, where I have cheered over 5,000 women on to confident everyday style. So if you're new here, welcome. We have a lot to unpack today because I'm going to talk about things that used to be awful, but are now cute. Things that used to be bad, but are now good. Things that used to be unstylish and are now trendy. It's crazy. I can't keep up, and I'm here to help you keep up. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about, this is a hot topic, and this came up again and again because I have done a lot of videos. About prints, and I know that prints still confound everybody. They perplex everybody. They are one of the things that I get the most questions about. And I've commented on many videos about the border prints on matronly mature clothes, particularly tunics and dresses. They put border prints on these pieces, and they are awful border prints. So border print basically is a different contrasting print in a strip at the end of the garment. So either the hem or the button placket or the collar, but it's a contrasting print or a different print, usually in the same color, that trims the item of clothing. So I typically hate border prints. I have been warning you about border prints since 1974. Like, I have been talking about them as long as I have been talking, and just cautioning you, begging you, imploring you to stay away from border prints. And now I'm going to say I was wrong because there's some cute border prints out there. I'm like, what happened? So, with almost everything, it's very hard to make a hard and fast rule because I give you guidelines because 98% of the time the border prints are bad. And then there are a couple that sneak in there that are actually cute. And then I have to bite my tongue or change my tune. And that's what I'm doing today. So border prints are sort of back, and they sort of line up a little bit in some ways with some preppy aesthetics as well as some boho aesthetics. And I'm going to show you examples of border prints that are good and border prints that are atrocious, because there are both. Okay, so the first ones, I'm going to show you a couple of these tunics. The first one, this pale pinkish, whatever, faded pattern with the border print, that's not attractive. I think that one's from J. Jill. Not cute at all. Marginally better is this one from Talbot's with the eye-cap print in green, and then it's got a border print like on the button placket. That's okay. It's really preppy. So, and there's nothing wrong with preppy, but this is your aesthetic. This could work, but it's not super modern and not super fabulous. Now, these two atrocious, I'm just going to pop them up here. These tunics, whatever you want to call them, these are horrible. These are from Amazon. They're horrible. This is the reason. This is why I say what I say about border prints. It's these shirts, and they're everywhere, right? They are shirts and dresses that look like this and have this wide border on the hem. That is not a cute border. Like, not a cute border, not a cute item, something to 100% avoid. Okay, now, what are the cute border prints? Is there such a thing as a cute border print? And how do we find them? You find them by going to the modern stores. You find them by going to the contemporary stores and the stores that have the more trend forward items. So I'm going to show you a couple of these are from Tuckernuck. But this is a dress with a border print on it that's lovely. It's very, very pretty. It's not like an in-your-face border print, but there is that contrasting border trim throughout, and, it's still a really pretty border print. Here's another one. I love this one from a brand called Oliphant. This is beautiful. Notice that this border print does not look anything like the border prints that I showed you on those horrible tunics. So yeah, it's technically a border print. And if you search border print, you're gonna get the ugly ones and you're gonna get the cute ones. And so it's really like that trim of pattern can be adorable. I've seen it on some Farm Rio pieces. I've seen it on like a lot of the contemporary brands are doing those types of prints. And then we also see them on the sad, drapey, baggy, bad tunics. So they're everywhere. Beware. Border prints used to be awful, and now some of them are okay. Okay, next topic I want to talk about, next item is a kimono. So for years and years, I was saying no kimonos, no kimonos, no kimonos, even though they're very Florida friendly. They're very Florida friendly because they're a layering piece that's weightless, but it covers your arms, but it's weightless, but it covers your arms, but it's weightless. It's like perfect. It gives you just the right amount of coverage. But they were out of style. They were out of style. And so many of them were so unflattering. Why were they unflattering? Because so many of them landed in the wrong spot, or they added a lot of volume where we didn't want a lot of volume. So especially worst offenders are the cocoon style kimonos with like the pouches on the side. Those add width and just, point the eye towards problem areas. Like, they are not cute and not flattering and definitely not back in style. Other kimonos that I don't like are like the ones that are like the ruanas or the wraps, and they just have, anytime you add like an excessive amount of extra fabric around your frame, you're just not going to be as flattered in your clothes. It's just not going to look as cute. And so those are still a pass for me. So what kimonos are cute? I'm starting to see them everywhere, and they're definitely back from brands like Free People and from All Saints, and these are more like long silk or silky robes. So they're full length for the most part, but they're a simple straight line of a kimono, and I'm loving these. I feel like, again, now we've got options for completer pieces for hot weather, because we're starting to see some of these, like this Free People one. It's just stunning. Love the back. This one is this next one is embroidered, and it looks almost like a duster. That's a beautiful piece and a very interesting piece. So you can really, like, these are pieces that are not going to go out of style, these robe style kimonos, because they're not really trend focused. They're more personality focused. So even though I'm saying they're kind of back, they don't look like they did before, and these truly have never gone anywhere. So if you love these could be the type of thing that you collect and could be a part of your signature style. This is something that you enjoy. And they, like I said, they don't really go out of style. One of these can be a personality piece and can really add a lot of interest to your boring, basic pieces in your wardrobe. Okay, next thing I want to talk about, there's just so much, is the patchwork prints. Now, patchwork prints, again, kind of tie in a little bit to boho and a little bit to preppy sometimes. And so they have to be your aesthetic. That said, if your aesthetic is boho, or your aesthetic is preppy, or your aesthetic is really contemporary, there's a good version and a bad version in all of those different personal styles, right? So there are good versions and bad versions of patchwork prints. And I'm going to show you both. This first one, this is a sad sack of a patchwork print. I don't know, like, I don't understand. Were they just like, oh look, we've got all this extra fabric left over. Let's just bunch it all up together in a shirt. It's just not cute. It's just not cute. This dress, very, very trendy and very, like, you either are going to love it or you're going to hate it. I know many of you are going to hate it, but that's a modern patchwork print. I'm going to show you a couple more examples. This very, very preppy looking one from Keel Patrick James, I think his name is. This is a very preppy, but classic, but cool patchwork print motif that really, this classic style doesn't ever go anywhere. So if this is something you love, this is the way to do a patchwork print, and not in that weird mishmash. I'm going to show you another just really, really horrible patchwork print. I don't even know what's going on with this. It literally looks like she's wearing a quilt, but it's out of polyester. That's what it looks like to me, like a polyester quilt. It's not at all cute. However, this skirt, again, got a patchwork print here. This is a cool patchwork print. You might not love it. And what I would encourage you to do with each of these is to really separate what's trendy, what's in style versus what's my style. What's in style versus what's my style, because what I want you to be able to spot is what's contemporary, not just what you love or what you like, because I don't love all of these pieces either. Okay, so this patchwork print skirt, very cool contemporary way to do patchwork prints. I'm going to show you a couple of other examples. This dress from Zara, actually it's just one example. This dress from Zara, again, may or may not be your favorite, but this is a modern patchwork print. And I'm going to pop up that polyester quilt patchwork print so you can see the difference between a modern patchwork print and a not modern patchwork print, and choose accordingly. Tread lightly, because it's scary. The next thing I want to talk about, I can't even believe I'm mentioning this. I'm going to just whisper. I'm just going to whisper so nobody comes for me in the comments. It's a tunic, a tunic, a tunic. I can't believe I'm saying tunic on this channel. Tunic. Like, I still can't believe I'm saying it, and I still don't quite know where this is going. I still don't know, like, TBD, to be determined. Are we going to see tunics like actually being worn as shirts, or are they still going to be for women over 50, over 60, over 70 in crazy prints just so that we can hide our bodies? We will see, but I am seeing them again in preppy and boho. Very weird that that's come up for the third time in this video, considering there's really nothing in common between those two aesthetics except for a couple of random things. So tunics are showing up in boho silhouettes. Free People has always done versions of tunics that are like just long and shapeless and designed for someone who's 20 and who's like, I'm too cute to care, I'm too young to care that it's baggy and sad and sacky. But they're also preppy, and so we've seen, you know, brands like Vineyard Vines and Lily Pulitzer and stuff have never really stopped doing their version of a tunic. So this is a preppy tunic from Tuckernuck, paired with matching pants. I think that's a really cool tunic. You know, my advice has always been a tunic, with the exception of these very directional, like personal style specific kinds, should just be a long version of a regular shirt that you wear. So button down long shirt like this one, that's the way you do a tunic. That's the way you do a tunic. Like, that's the safest tunic. Okay, another tunic that I do like is this, well, I don't even know if I really like it, but I'm going to show you two examples of the same type of tunic so you can see a better and a best. So, you know, a decent and, you know, less than decent. So this first one, this like flowy t-shirt style cream tunic, this is not cute. This is not cute. These are the ones that they try to sell us so that we can hide our bodies. And the next one is Free People's answer to it. So you can kind of see what a more modern version of that tunic looks like. But in case you're thinking tunics are back to, I'm going to run to the stores and grab tunics, I still think it's much more flattering for most women most of the time to have a waistline. And a tunic eliminates the waistline. With the exception of a structured one like the Tuckernuck one, most of these eliminate a waistline and just are not as flattering, in my opinion. So in case you're thinking we're all going to run to the store now together and buy tunics, I'm going to pop up this picture so we can all just look at the horror of the tunics that are being sold for us. This is the reality of tunics 95% of the time. If they start creeping in to certain aesthetics, they're going to look very different than these. And we can be thankful for that, right? We can be thankful for that. Okay, next, what do I want to talk about? I truly don't know if I'm going to be able to get the words out, because I've talked and I've talked and I've talked. I've talked about these, and now they're trendy, and I just don't know what to do. It's pull-on jeans, you guys, pull-on jeans. And not just pull-on jeans that look like regular jeans, but pull-on jeans that look like joggers, or pull-on jeans that look like leggings, or pull-on jeans that look like cargo pants, and they are awful. It's like the pajama jean multiplied and had a million unattractive babies. It sounds awful to say unattractive babies, but these jeans are awful. These jeans are awful. They're not even jeans. That's the problem. They're not jeans. They're not jeans. So J. Crew, stabbing me in the back. I always recommend you J. Crew, and then you pull out these. Like, these are just horrible. There are sweatpants that are pretending to be jeans. I can't stand it when clothes pretend to be other clothes. Just be yourself and own it. These are sweatpants pretending to be jeans, and I'm not here for it. I do not like this at all. I do not like this at all. These are the next pair. These are from Chico's. These are their Travelers pull-on jeans. No. And now we're seeing them everywhere. Everyone is coming for us with these jeans. Everyone's coming. So if you like these jeans, I can't even get the words out. I'm going to pop up a couple of other atrocious styles, like really, truly magnificently horrible styles, and just caution you against these. Now, what if you're like, but I really want a pull-on jean, or it's really, really, really hard for me to fit my waistband, and it's really hard, they're so much more comfortable, and I just really want one. Can you just recommend a couple that are not awful? Yes, I can recommend a couple that are not awful, because again, they're trending. But my suggestion is to never, ever, ever show that very top band that doesn't have a button on it and that makes it very clear that it's a pull-on jean. Don't ever show that. That's between you and God, right? Only you and God, and maybe your whoever's in the room with you when you're getting dressed, your husband or whatever. Maybe you're the only ones who need to know that it's a pull-on jean. Otherwise, pretend it's just a real jean. Just do me a favor and just pretend that it's a real pair of jeans. So this pair from Spanx, let's just pretend that this is a real pair of jeans and don't ever show the waistband. This other pair from Halara, we're gonna all pretend, because they've got pockets, they've got all the things. They look like they could pass for regular jeans, so we're just gonna go there. We're just gonna pretend they're regular jeans, and we're never gonna show the waistband. Okay, next thing, rant over. Next thing I want to talk about, or I don't want to talk about, but I'm forced to talk about because they're everywhere, is Jellies. Jelly shoes. Do you guys remember Jelly shoes from the 80s? Did anyone ever wear Jelly shoes in the 80s like I did? And then they came back again briefly in the 90s, and they're kind of back. They're kind of back, and they're masquerading as fancy shoes, and there's all sorts of versions, but they're the Jelly shoes from the 80s. Oh my goodness, no. So I'm just never going to wear that style again. Like, I feel like one of the things that I get to do now that I'm 54 years old is up-level my style, and this is taking it in the wrong direction. This is going downhill. It's going downhill, and I'm not doing it. So these are just not cute, and they're expensive, but they're not cute. They're just not feeling it, not cute. I do not love these at all. These pink plastic shoes, like I just, and as I say this, I remember that I have pink rubber Melissa heels upstairs, but they're very different. These look like pink plastic, right? But what if you want to do jellies, but you want to do grown-up jellies? Melissa, the brand I just mentioned, and a brand I've loved for years, and my girls used to wear their cute little ballet flats all the time when they were little. It's a brand that does vegan shoes out of like rubber and high-end plastic, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but they're so cool and they're so cute, and they have some really interesting styles. So if you want to do a jelly, or if you're just like, I need a rubber or plastic shoe in my life. They're plastic. I think they're not rubber. I don't know. I need a plastic shoe in my life. Then you should get them from Melissa, and you should not get them from the Jelly. You shouldn't get one that calls itself a jelly. So this fisherman's sandal from Melissa, this is their answer to a jelly. They also have this cute little red sandal. It comes in a couple of different colors, but these are the new jellies. So if you want a plastic shoe, this is the plastic shoe you're going to go for, right? These are the ones we're going to wear. Okay, next thing that's back, should not be back, but it is back, should not be back. It's like black rubber flip-flops. Black rubber flip-flops belong at the beach. They're not clothes. They're not shoes. They're not an accessory. They like just belong at the beach, but they're everywhere now. And we're seeing flip-flops and thong sandals. Again, I'm going to say there are better versions, and then there are not good versions. These like reef ones with the weird sole, these are not cute. They're not cute. We don't do those. We don't do this. And then the black platform flip-flops, which are mandatory to cross the Florida state line. You must own a pair of black platform flip-flops. These are not cute. They're not cute. They're not cute. You look like you're walking in black cement blocks. And don't point out that a pair of black platform boots may have the same effect, because they're cute, and these are not cute. These are just not cute. They're not cute, and they're not flattering. Instead, let's go for a sleek, normal pair of flip-flops, like a sleek, metallic or neutral, that's pretty and simple and has a thinner sole. Way better. If you want flip-flops, these are your answer to flip-flops. Okay, next thing is ugly shoes. I thought that ugly shoes were gone. Like, I thought they were gone, like the dad shoes and just the big, chunky, like bulky, designed to make your feet look as awkward as possible shoes. But no, we have Crocs entering the picture. Crocs are entering the conversation, and they're here, and they want you to see them, and you can't miss them because they're huge, and they're rubber or whatever it is they're made of, and EVA, I don't know, and they're horrible, but they're trendy. Like, all the teens are wearing them, and all the kids are wearing. So what if you're like, I really want to wear Crocs, and I just love Crocs, they're so comfortable. Let me introduce you to a pair of Crocs that's less comfortable but a lot more cute, and that's these. These are reminiscent of a pair of Steve Madden slides that I bought a couple of years ago, kind of like a black rubber slide when this whole thing of rubber shoes was first happening. These are, if you're going to wear Crocs, these are the Crocs that you have to wear. I'm sorry, you did sign a contract that forbids you from wearing real Crocs, but it makes you wear these instead because these are a lot cuter. They're a lot cuter. The other ones are horrible. They're horrible. And, I want to say Birkenstocks really kind of brought back the ugly shoe thing, but Birkenstocks have some style to them, and they're really comfortable, and they're more classic. And so, like Birkenstocks, I never thought I would be embracing Birkenstocks like I have embraced them the last couple of years, but they have made their way into fashion. I don't feel like Crocs are going to do that. I just don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they're going to make that transition. And I really like just for the record about Birkenstocks, I like the metallic ones. I like the ones that look a little more fashiony and a little less crunchy. And I like the Madrid ones that I saw all over Europe. Like, to me, choose Birkenstocks if you need to over Crocs. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about is short sleeve jackets. I'm wearing one now. This is my Goelia short sleeve jacket. I love this jacket. And I used to say don't wear short sleeve jackets. They can look matronly, they can look mature, they can look all the things. And now I changed my mind. I officially changed my mind. But it depends. It depends. So check with me on the short sleeve jackets because some of them are awesome and some are atrocious. I shared a Steve Madden jacket and some of you were like, what? That's a short sleeve jacket. I was like, I know. I can't believe it myself. But look, there it is. It's a short sleeve jacket. And yeah, it's out there. And so some of them are cute. Like this one is darling. And then some of them, no, they're not cute. Some of them look like the little jackets that go over matching dresses that I warn you about. So check with me on the short sleeve jackets. Last thing I want to talk about is Matchy-Matchy. Matchy-Matchy. We talk about Matchy-Matchy a lot because for years I was like, no, mix, don't match. Zig, don't zag. Like all of the things. And I cautioned you against matching, and matching has never been more in style than it is right now. But we want to match properly. So I really like the coordinated sets. I like the two-piece sets. If they come in a color or a neutral and they're solid, then it's never going to be matchy-matchy. What makes it matchy-matchy is if you take 974 printed things. Like if you wear, and I love leopard, but if you wear leopard shoes, leopard bag, leopard outfit, leopard hair accessory, like all the things, that's too much leopard, even for me. So with Matchy-Matchy, it's not about not having a two-piece set, because a two-piece skirt set or a two-piece pants set really looks like a jumpsuit or a dress with the versatility and the fit options of two pieces. It doesn't look matchy-matchy. It looks like one piece essentially. But and coordination and elegance and quiet elegance and old money and luxury have brought back matching in a big way. So you want to ask yourself, what's my aesthetic? Is my aesthetic more matching or is it more mixing? And choose accordingly. But at the end of the day, it's about balance. So if you're wearing a matched set, have a place for the eye to rest and something neutral and something that's a little bit more subtle in that composition, and you can't go wrong. So those are my thoughts on Matchy-Matchy. I could go on and on. Let me know if you wanted me to do a video on matchy-matchiness and when is enough. When is too much. Okay, that's it. That's my rant. Awful things that are now adorable. How is this possible? Is the world going to stop rotating on its axis? Like, what is actually happening that I actually talked about pull-on jeans and tunics in a video and made some recommendations? I don't know. I don't know what the world is coming to. I don't know what it's coming to. Let me know which of these you're scared off by in the comments. And, for me, the list is all of them, and which you're kind of drawn to and you're kind of intrigued by and you're like maybe taking a wait and see approach to. I can't wait to hear all of your thoughts about these in the comments. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, subscribe so that we can keep hanging out. Love you guys. Comment below. Let me know which of these items you're interested in. Bye.